Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Chemeketa Baseball Field. It is a beautiful day in the great city of Salem, Oregon, the capital here in the Beaver State. Got a couple of ominous clouds up in the sky, but I don't think it's going to affect us here at the ballpark for Game 2, the Bend Elks versus your Marion Berries, summer of 2026, year number 2 for the Marion Berries. Welcome back inside the Minuteman press box for the first time here in the summer of 2026. Cole Weber, great to be back with you. I am super excited. Missed game 1 of the series. It was a great game last night. Berries get the win 7-6 over the Elks. Shout out to Jeff Lucero for filling in on the broadcast here on YouTube and live on the WCL Live app. But I'm back. Let's see what the Berries can do for game number 2. We can take a look at exactly what happened last night coming up right now. Great game, I mentioned it. Started out, and we're going to talk about this guy a little bit more later, but Gavin Price doubled to right center. He ended up 3 for 4 on the night. Made a huge impact all over this game, but it was really the 4th inning where all the fireworks came about. Ben started it off. It was a Kevin Ferruta bases clearing double that gave them 3 runs. They ended up scoring another run later in the inning to go up 5-1 in the 4th, but the Berries answered right back. Probably the biggest swing in the game, Alkai Arujo Wayao, bases clearing double of his own to left center. Scored 3 runs for the Berries. They would tack on another to tie the ball game up 5-5 in the 4th inning. Both teams would add another run, but it was the late innings where the fireworks really happened. This was the biggest play of the ball game. Thought it was going to be a hit by pitch. There were no outs, top of the 9th, bases loaded. Tallarico, they called it a foul ball, and then here was the winning hit. Sawyer Nelson, a ball that got caught up in the lights, dropped down in the outfield, and Jake Dodge scored the winning run, 7-6, to give the Berries game 1 of the series. Great way to start. Both teams are 3-1, 2 of the better teams in the WCL. And this is a perfect time to show you what the WCL South Division standings are looking like. Ben, Corvallis, and Marion all tied up at the top. 3 wins, 1 loss. Corvallis lost last night to the Walla Walla Sweets. Portland Ridgefield, Walla Walla, Yakima, they're all bunched up there in the middle. And the Springfield Drifters, who were swept by the Bend Elks the first series of the season, they're at the bottom, 1-3. That's what we look like. We got a lot of games to go. 50 more. One coming up in about 10 minutes here tonight. We are going to take our first break of the broadcast. It's Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app, coming right back after this.
My favorite snack / meal would be probably Jersey Mike's, number 13, Mike's Way. It's the go-to, yeah.
What high school did you play baseball at?
My name is David Roberts, and I went to Liberty High School in Brentwood, California.
Who is your favorite pitcher in the MLB?
My favorite pitcher is Paul Skeens.
How fast do you throw?
The fastest I've thrown is 92.
What's your favorite MLB team?
My favorite MLB team is the San Diego Padres. Go Friars, baby.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up on the national anthem, it's going to be an ensemble tonight. Queens of Peace Choir. Together we'll be singing the Star Spangled Banner here on Lego Night, presented by Bricks and Beyond. We'll talk more about them after the national anthem.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if you are able, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Queen of Peace Choir. That's very nice. If that doesn't put a smile on your face.
Shout out to the Queens of Peace Choir. It was a really interesting rendition of the national anthem. I'm not really in tune with my instruments, but I have never seen that thing in my life. Very cool. Great job by them. We're going to move on to our ceremonial first pitch. Speaking of Bricks and Beyond night, our pitcher will be Austin, the owner of Bricks and Beyond, who gave out selected Berries minifigures. First 300 kids get a custom Berries baseball minifig. I've got one with me right here. Pretty cool. 300 kids and this guy in the box, Cole Weber. Let's see what Austin can do from the bump to start this thing off. A little bit of a run-up inside the left batter's box. Not bad. Not bad at all. Thanks to Austin. Lego night, game 2 of the Ben Series. June 3rd, it's a beautiful day. About 66 degrees, a lot cooler than it was here in the press box last night. I think I heard it was about 157 Fahrenheit. But let's talk a little bit about this opponent that the Berries have at Chemeketa Baseball Field. The Bend Elks, wearing the black with the gold and the pinstripes. This is a team that made the playoffs last season. They actually finished with the exact same record as Marion, both of them 28-26 last season. Bend had the tiebreaker, beating Marion 4 out of 6 times in 2025. They would lose in the first round of the WCL playoffs to the Corvallis Knights. Beat them at home and then lost 2 consecutive to fall, but that's Alan Cox, the head coach, has taken them to the playoffs in each of his first 2 years. He is back. This is a team with a lot of talent from a lot of different places around the country. There's a South connection that we're going to talk about a little bit later. His assistant coach is Wes Harper, who's the pitching coach and will be manning first base, and then John Camp will be over at third. I had the opportunity to talk to one of the newest Berries on the team, Taryn Carlson, and here's what that looked like before the game. I'm here pregame with Taryn Carlson, getting his first start for the Berries in the summer of 2026. And Taryn, tell me a little bit what it's like to finally show up, finish high school, show up in Salem, play in your first game for the Berries here today.
It's awesome. Playing with these guys from all over the country, learning how they live life in just their areas. It's really cool connecting and competing at a high level.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a lot of guys from a lot of different places here on this roster this summer. And just tell me a little bit about what you're trying to get out of this experience. I mean, you're going to Washington State next year as a freshman. What would be a successful summer here in Salem for you?
Winning some ball games, of course. just competing. Just want to compete, have fun. This doesn't happen often, so just want to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the Bend Elks coming in here today. You got to watch them yesterday. Crazy finish. Got the win 7-6. How do you feel like your night's going to go tonight? You're playing third base. What do you expect here in game 2?
Just compete, have good at-bats, high-quality at-bats. Just have fun. That's the main thing. Go win a ball game.
I mean, it's baseball, right? I mean, it's a fun sport for a reason. Taryn, thank you. I appreciate it. Good luck tonight. Game 2 against the Bend Elks. Let's get a win.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Super excited to see what Taryn can do in his first start. But here's my pick for player to watch tonight. That's Gavin Price. I told you we'd talk about him. He was fantastic in game 1 of this series, going 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles. Here's the first of those through the left side into left field. His second one was up the middle for an RBI. Gavin Price going into his second year at Louisiana Monroe. A South Salem kid, had a great career with the Saxons, playing left field tonight, batting 5th. Let's see if he can follow up that great performance with another one and keep stacking them on. Berries wearing the purple, white, black, and purple hats. We're going to come back for the starting lineups after another quick break. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Quick break, and we're back. Let's look at what's going on in the WCL all across the West Coast tonight. Edmonton and Victoria in a North Division matchup. Portland and the Port Angeles Lefties. Game 2, the Lefties beat the Pickles 7-0. Was not expecting that. Kelowna and Nanaimo starting at 6:35. Corvallis and Walla Walla. The Knights trying to even up the series. Kamloops, Ridgefield, interdivision matchup. Yakima and Springfield. Battle of the bottom dwellers. Bend and Marion, you're looking at it right here, and then Wenatchee and Bellingham. Super exciting early in the season. So much in front of us. Anything is possible. Berries trying to make it back to the playoffs for the second year in a row. I'm going to go ahead and give you the Bend Elks starting lineup for Game 2. It's going to look pretty similar to what we saw yesterday. Leading off, playing center field again, that is Aiden Tallarico. Batting second, Mason Elrod playing first base, wearing number 23. In the 3 spot, that's the catcher from Grand Canyon, Marcus Galvin, wearing number 20. Joshua Sir will be in the cleanup spot, playing right field, the sophomore from Vanguard. Batting 5th, the designated hitter, Noble Ortega, who we saw close out the game on the mound for the Elks last night. In the 6th spot, the shortstop, number 4, Will Goodman. Right behind him, the third baseman, number 9, Kevin Ferruta, had that bases-clearing double in the 4th inning of Game 1. Batting 8th, the left fielder, number 14, Dimitri Sasidko. And in the 9th spot, the second baseman, number 7, Adam Fulton. First appearance in this series. Starting on the mound for your Marion Berries, a guy who's used to this ballpark, Taylor Brenneman, number 17. Played 2 years at Chemeketa Community College, and then last summer for the Berries. Started opening day. Here we go, 6:44, swing and a miss, and we are underway. Taylor starts us off right against Aiden Tallarico, 1 for 5 in the first game of this stand. He's going to hit one hard down the third baseline. Foul ball quickly goes down, 0-2. Tallarico going into his junior season of college baseball. Played 2 years at Florida Southwestern, and now he is looking to transfer to a 4-year school and finish out his collegiate career. 0-2 from Brenneman. Up and out, try to get him to chase. That's a great 0-2 pitch. Taylor Brenneman spent the spring at William Jewell over in Missouri. Here's another pitch out, kept in front by a new catcher. It's a lot different lineup for the Berries tonight. I'll give you that before the bottom of the first, but it's Hudson Flora behind the dish wearing number 27. The 2-2 pitch. Tallarico barely catches a piece of it, way out in front of the slider. There's a look at head coach Tucker Brock back for his second season. Almost the same staff, Lindsey McCarger, Kevin Moffitt, and a new addition, Logan Hatley. Brenneman, 2-2, swing and a miss, got him. Great way to start the game. A strikeout swinging for Taylor Brenneman on opening day against the lefties. He went 4 innings, had 4 strikeouts, gave up no earned runs. Went at him with the fastball down the pipe, matching heat with heat. Strike number 3. And that will bring up Mason Elrod. Takes the first pitch, another slider, 73 miles per hour in the zone. Elrod playing first base going into his senior year at Rollins College from Miramar, Florida. 6'3", 210. 0 for 4 last night. Takes a fastball a couple inches below the zone. Brenneman's working with a fastball sitting right around the mid-80s. He's got that slider that we've seen already, a changeup, and a seldom-used curveball. His 1-1 pitch goes back to the slider, finds the zone, moves us to a 1-2 count. Brenneman, a graduate of Sprague High School here in the great city of Salem, was a first-team All-Mid-Valley selection as a senior in 2023. The 1-2, that finds a piece, catches a corner. We got 2 strikeouts to start out the game for Brenneman and the Berries defense. Here's a look at the fun zone. A lot of fans in the stands tonight. Have to look at the slider again. That one breaking off of the hip of Elrod, and he just has to stare at the spot one more time. Starting the at-bat against Marcus Galvin. That's a fastball low, kept in front by Flora. Galvin going into his senior year at Grand Canyon University for the Antelopes. Changeup evens the count at 1-1. Galvin, as you see on your screen, batting .364 for the season. This is his 4th game played for Bend in 5 tries. The 1-1 outside fastball. Galvin, 5'9", a $180 from Chino, California, graduate of Ayala High School. 1 for 3 in game 1 with a single to center field, also walked. And here's a line drive to right. Diving play will be made by Matthew Major. Way to get airborne, young fella. Matthew Major, full extension to end the inning. How about that? Some defense to fire you up before heading to the bottom of the first. Major, the Tulane kid. 92 off the bat of Galvin into right field. Major says, no way. Out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. Still nothing on the board. Berries first time up. We are live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. This is Berries Baseball, coming right back.
The final touches together ahead of opening night, but as you can see, all brand new synthetic turf, and the real coup de grace, I would say, is all of our brand new seats that we've installed. So we'll have some hospitality decks in the corners as well by the bullpens, and of course our fun zone and our new inflatable wiffle ball field making its debut tomorrow night as well. And we also purchased a new smoker for our new barbecue concession stand, so we'll have tri-tip sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, barbecue pulled pork as well, and expanding off of our award-winning Marion Berries barbecue sauce. We're going to be having our first fireworks night on the 3rd of July here at the ballpark, and then on July 17th, we're also going to be doing a drone show for all the fans. Check out our promo schedule. Every single night there's something different going on, something different and unique for families.
back for bottom of the first at Chemeketa Baseball Field. First 4 games of the season, the Berries use the same 9 guys in the lineup. It's going to look a lot different here tonight. Sawyer Nelson still leading off. The shortstop wearing number 4. Right behind him, the DH number 9, Evan Berg. We've got 4 new guys, and one of them is batting third. Cale Barney will be playing first base. Him and his brother Kyson finally made their way to Salem to start the summer. In the 4 spot, the guy that we saw make that beautiful play in right, Matthew Major, wearing number 7. Gavin Price, my player to watch, right behind him in the 5 spot, playing left field. Hudson Flora getting his first start of the summer behind the dish, wearing number 27. Kyson Barney, the other half of the twin tandem, is playing second base and batting 7th. Noah Scherer, the center fielder, number 8. And Taryn Carson, third baseman, number 9. Ty Van is your starting pitcher for the Bend Elks, a junior right-hander transferring to Western Oregon. He will start us off with a fastball, 90 miles per hour. A little low and outside. 1-0 count to Sawyer Nelson, who I've been super impressed with. Just graduated from South Salem High School. Spits on another fastball. Almost the same spot. This one catches the low outside corner to even the count. Sawyer Nelson leading the West Coast lead in walks with 12 of them in 4 games. And he hasn't even swung at a pitch yet, and he's up in the count 2-1. Super patient as a batter in that left-hand side. Just 2 hits, but he's been on base, and he's scored a bunch of runs. That's another fastball go by. That's all we've seen. Clock's in at 91, but it's 3 balls, 1 strike from Ty Van, getting his first start on the bump this summer for Bend. Hails from San Diego. And there's Sawyer Nelson again, another walk, just like he does. Leadoff base runner, free 90 for Nelson. Starting it off right for the Berries offense. And that gives us the number 2 batter, Evan Berg, the other Tulane guy. DH tonight. I have a sneaking suspicion that those 4 outfielders, Price, Berg, Major, and Scherer, are going to rotate being the DH here this summer. Pickoff move over to first, not in time. Sawyer is back. Another thing you got to know about Nelson, guy's got speed on the base paths. Already a handful of stolen bases this year. Inside fastball. Gives us a 1-0 count to start. Evan Berg, 6'1", 195, from Kenner, Louisiana. Graduate of Archbishop Rumel High School. 1 for 3 last night with a single to right field, an RBI. Also walked. Here's the 1-0. Flown out to right. Jogging in to get it. That is Joshua Sir who makes the play to give us our first out of the bottom of the first. Berries in the purple tops, white pants, Bend in all black. If you're just coming into the broadcast, Cole Weber with you. Game 2 of the series. Cale Barney, and this is the first time we're going to be seeing him in the batter's box this summer. A very highly touted recruit from Nolensville, Tennessee. 6'5", 200 pounds. He's going to Oregon State in the fall. Hits one high in the air to right. First pitch that he swung at to the wall. Wow, that is caught by Sir, bouncing off the fence. Wouldn't that have been crazy? First swing by Barney. Warning track. 2 outs now for the Berries. That was a smooth swing from Cale Barney, who's playing first base from the left side. Hung up in the air. It's a nice play by Sir up against the Kettle brand sign. And another pop-up. Looks like this one's going to go out of play right behind the Berries dugout. Matthew Major in the box for Marion. Didn't play for Tulane this year. I suspect he's going to redshirt. 6'2", 210 from Troy, Ohio. We're going to remember that play in right for a while. There goes Nelson. Throw down. Not in time and a little too high. First stolen base of the evening for Nelson. I suspect that won't be his last. Runner in scoring position for Major on the season. He's got 2 RBIs and a double. He's also been hit by a pitch twice. 1-1 from Van. Nice job keeping it in front by Galvin. 2 balls, 1 strike. Great showing by the Berries faithful in the stadium tonight. We've talked about it before, but the renovations to the stadium have really helped make it look legit. Chopping ground ball to short. Nice play by Goodman to get it. Made it look really easy. The throw's in time to first for out number 3. Got it on the short hop and beat Major to the bag. That does it for the first inning. Berries no runs, no hits. Had 1 walk. Left Sawyer Nelson on second. We'll go to the top half of the second inning after this break. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
Fast. They look determined. They look like one of them's going to cheat at least. You guys got to bounce down here, go around, dingle, and back, and the first person back wins. You guys ready? Set, go! Jalapeno breaks out to an early lead with Sea Salt and Vinegar hot in their tails. It's going to be who can go around. Oh, they collide. Sea Salt and Vinegar makes it out ahead. Berries run an interference. Sea Salt and Vinegar is your winner, followed by Jalapeno, then Honey Dijon. We'd like to thank Kettle Chips, the best smelling factory in Salem. Bobby?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top half of the second here at Chemeketa Baseball Field in Salem, Oregon, home of the Marion Berries in 2026 and beyond. Taylor Brenneman will start us off with a slider that misses outside. First time facing off against Joshua Sir. We saw get some work out in right field in the first inning. Made a couple plays for the Elks. He will take the first strike of the at-bat. That's a high fastball in the zone. Joshua Sir just finished his freshman year at Vanguard University down in California. Sir, a graduate of Corona High School. Takes another one, moves the count to 2-1. There's a possibility that Joshua Sir transfers to Long Beach State. There's been some preliminary talks with him and the Dirtbags. And he's early out in front of the fastball from Brenneman to even the count at 2-2. Sir for Vanguard in the spring, 45 starts, batted .313 with 45 hits, 8 home runs, and 27 RBIs. Led the team in both homers and runs batted in. Looks like he took a low breaking ball, thought it was close. Got our first full count of the evening, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Brenneman on the mound for the Berries. First time facing off against the Bend Elks for him this summer. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Taylor Brenneman, who's really got it going to start this Wednesday evening. A minute away from 7 o'clock. A sweeping slider gets Joshua Sir to miss. We have out number 1 of the second. And Brenneman's ready to go. The William Jewell kid going back for his senior year. Starts us off against Noble Ortega with the ball low below the knees of Ortega. Just finished 2 years at Fresno City College. That's a soft fly ball into center. That's trouble. Another diving play How about the outfield tonight? Lost the glasses, but kept the ball in his glove. And that is Noah Scher getting dirty and making the catch. Wow. There's a reason that Taylor Brenneman's so confident on the mound. It's because his outfield's putting their body on the line to get outs. Both Noah Scher and Matthew Major full extension to make plays. Love to see it. And Brenneman responds with a fastball to start against Goodman. Fantastic play. Noah Scher, going to be a sophomore at Lynn Benton Community College. Came in fast from his spot in center field. Just a soft pop-up in the Bermuda Triangle. But Scher, wow. Didn't feel good in the moment, but it's got to feel good now. How about Brenneman? Let's ring him up again. Slider gets Goodman looking. That's a quick inning, ladies and gentlemen. 3 up, 3 down. Second consecutive shutout inning for the Berries defense. 4 strikeouts to Taylor Brenneman's name. Berries are due up again. Slider in the zone, and all Goodman can do is watch. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the West Coast League live app. We're going to take another break and come back for the Berries in the bottom of the second inning. And there's an update. More renovations to Verespi Field. Out on the right field side, our gigantic blow-up wiffle ball diamond. It's been turned around again. Center field has been thrown to the opposite side, so there might be some wiffle balls out on the field of play again tonight. That's okay. Starting off the inning, that's still Ty Van on the mound for the Elks. First time facing off against Gavin Price, my player to watch. Getting a lot of run on Verespi Field. Very popular. A welcome addition. Here's a line drive into right. Gets down in front of Sir. I think I made a good pick. Another single for Gavin Price, the South Salem Saxon. 4 hits now in the series, 3 singles. Another leadoff base runner for Marion. Price got to sit and watch at Louisiana Monroe, learn as a redshirt freshman. He's excited to go back and continue his college career in the fall. Swing and a miss from Hudson Flora, another guy we're seeing for the first time this summer. Really excited for him. Another highly touted recruit, was just recently named EBAL Player of the Year in 2026, his high school conference. Takes an inside fastball to even up the count, 1 apiece. Flora committed to UC Santa Barbara for the fall. Just so happens that his brother Jackson plays for the Gauchos. Jackson Flora, one of the premier pitchers in college baseball, a Golden Spikes Award finalist and the number 4 prospect in the upcoming MLB draft. That's who Hudson has to learn from. Count 2-2 after the High fastball, swung on and missed by Flora, who's 6'3", 190, and he's a catcher, but he's a fantastic athlete. Super explosive and springy. Great swing. Two-time first-team All-League at Foothill High School in the Bay. Couple throws over to first by Van, just making sure Price knows he's there. Pitch from Van, low. That's ball 2. That's a nice color there for Ty Van. Another guy leaving Southwestern College down in Southern California, going to Western Oregon. Here's one hit high in the air to left. Back toward the wall. Flora. Two new guys have hit it to the warning track, but the catch is made by Dimitri Susidko. Just scaring the wall. Both Cale Barney and Hudson Flora getting under it. Good look at Dimitri Susidko playing left tonight for the Elks. First out of the inning. And here's the other twin, Kyson Barney. Swings and misses through a high fastball up at his eyes. Barney going with his brother to Oregon State in the fall. Both of them playing high school ball with the Nolensville Knights. And if you were wondering which twin was older, it's this guy right here. Kyson gets Cale by 2 minutes. Beat him to the punch. Kyson also 6'5", 195. All-district baseball player at Nolensville and an all-district basketball player as well. Dual sport athlete. 1-1 count with 1 out and Gavin Price on first after that leadoff single. Here comes Ty Van. Barney catches a piece of the slider. Whacks it off the netting. Ty Van started 12 games for Southwestern College in the spring. Pitched in 27 over 2 years. He was 3-5 in 64 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball close, but no cigar. Moves the count to 2-2. Wind blowing out toward left center field. Those ominous clouds kind of moving away from us at the ballpark. Swing and a miss. There goes Price, and he's going to be gunned down at second base. And the Elks, just like that, will end the inning. That's Galvin hosing him at second. Didn't have a chance after the swing and a miss by Kyson Barney. And that's a quick 3 outs to move us to the top of the third. Fastball for Van, and a fastball right back to second by Galvin. Price tagged out, and that will do it. Still no runs, 0-0. Marion and Benz heading to the top of the third after this break. This is Marion Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
To know them. We got Juan, Dame, and Cade. You got to come down here, go around me, and then make it back to there, okay? On the mark. Go! Trying to find traction, Red finds traction. Red is on his way. Red is going around. I'm going to die. Red is going to win. Looks like Red is looking back. Red wins today. Give it up for Red to believe it's Cade.
The trike race kind of mirroring the Kentucky Derby. The red trike winning from the outside just like Golden Tempo, but here's a look at what's going on in the West Coast League. Games starting around the conference. Not a lot of action Really going to wonder what's going on up at Port Angeles. See if the lefties can win the series against the Pickles, who won the WCL championship back in 2024. Taylor Brenneman has started us off with 2 balls here in the top of the third. Neither team has scored. The Berries have the 1 hit. That was Gavin Price, single to right field. But that's it for the game. Leading off for Bend and finding himself in a 3-0 count is Kevin Ferruta. Third baseman, finished up 2 years at Contra Costa College. And that's a hard ground ball down the third baseline in foul territory. Ferruta, 5'10", 200 pounds, from San Carlos, California, and a graduate of Sequoia High School. 1 for 4 with that bases clearing double in the 4th inning last night. Swings and misses and falls down. Oh my goodness, great pitch from Brenneman. Getting him chasing a whole new meaning. Unfazed on the mound. Here's the 3-2. Slow ground ball to third. Coming up to get it. That's Carlson who makes the play. Not as easy as he made it look, ladies and gentlemen. But Carlson makes it look routine. Charging a slow grounder and a sidearm throw over to first to beat the runner. Taryn Carlson, I had the chance to talk to him in the pregame. From the Tri-Cities in Washington, graduate of Kamaikian High School, just lost in the semis in the 4A Washington State playoffs, going to Washington State next year. Gets one hit at him again, this one off the glove. Tough play, sun in his eyes. That's Dmitry Sasidko safe at first. Going to await the official word, and that is going to be a hit. So both teams now in the hits column on the board. Infield single for Sasidko. One out, one runner on for Adam Fulton. Showing bunt, that one right at him, gets out of the way. One of the scariest spots in baseball, squaring up for a bunt with a pitch coming right at your face. Nothing protecting you but that barrel in your hand. Brenneman throws over to first. Size difference between Barney and Sasidko, kind of like watching Victor Wembanyama crouch at the free throw line. There's a bunt attempt. I believe it was fouled off. And they're going to send Sasidko back to first. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam Fulton going into his junior year at George Fox University in Newburgh. An Eagle, Idaho native, 5'11", weight undisclosed. Gonna have to leave that one up to everyone's imagination. Here's the 1-1. Showing bunt again, and there goes Sasidko. Delayed steal. Did they get him? Yes, they did. Don't think there was a steal sign there. He just decided to go. Obviously a tick too late. Flora showing off the arm from behind the dish for the first time this summer. Catches him stealing to second. So 2 outs and nobody on now for Fulton. And Fulton will take that one off the arm. 83-mile-per-hour fastball inside. And we saw a hit-by-pitch have an impact on the game yesterday. Bend down 1, top of the 9th, loaded the bases with no outs. Then there was a ground out. And next, a hit-by-pitch that was called back. It was Aiden Tallarico, took one off the hand, but the call was changed to a foul ball. We saw it on our screens. And the Berries get out of it. Remy Darvavan gets out of a jam to secure the W. That's it high in the air, well out of play, over toward the fun zone. Will it ever come down? Yes, it will. Heads up. Those kids coming down the slide are going to be awaiting a present at their feet. WCL baseball. 100 miles per hour off the bat of Aiden Tallarico. A Pawleys Island, South Carolina kid who went to Waccamaw High School. Check swing. I believe he did. That's strike two. There's a look at that hit by pitch. They said his hand was swollen today, talking with the Elks play-by-play, Aiden O'Neill. But if we're going to go off our slow motion replay, kind of looked like it came off the handle. Gonna have to leave that one in the past. Berries get the win 7-6 to start this series off. They're 3-4 all time against Bend. 0-2 pitch from Brenneman. Did it find the zone? Just barely misses. Tad too high. Swollen hand doesn't seem to affect Tallarico today. Leading off, starting the game in center field. Comes Brenneman with the 1-2. Another soft pop fly into center. Kyson Barney, whoa, circus catch behind his head. Not awkward at all. The defense has shown out in these early innings. Kyson Barney ranging back from second base to make a catch for his pitcher, and that is out number 3. So 2.5 innings in the books. We still have no runs on the scoreboard. We'll take a break on the broadcast. Head to the bottom of the third for the Berries up to bat. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Coming right back after this.
The final touches together ahead of opening night, but as you can see, all brand new synthetic turf, and the real coup de grace, I would say, is all of our brand new seats that we've installed. So we'll have some hospitality decks in the corners as well by the bullpens, and of course our fun zone and our new inflatable wiffle ball field making its debut tomorrow night as well. And we also purchased a new smoker for our new barbecue concession stand, so we'll have tri-tip sandwiches, brisket sandwiches, barbecue pulled pork as well, and expanding off of our award-winning Marion Berries barbecue sauce. We're going to be having our first fireworks night on the 3rd of July here at the ballpark, and then on July 17th, we're also going to be doing a drone show for all the fans. Check out our promo schedule. Every single night there's something different going on, something different and unique for families.
Back for Lego Night, presented by Bricks and Beyond. Game 2 of the 3-gamer. Marion hosting the Bend Elks, coming over from Central Oregon. The first 300 kids in the ballpark tonight got a custom Berries baseball player minifigure. And we will start off the bottom of the third with a fastball from Ty Van. In the zone. First time seeing Noah Scher, who's batting 8th, playing center field. Takes another fastball, this one inside. Moves the count to 1-1. Scher 0 for 2 last night with a walk. Also had a sac bunt. Scored a run for the Berries, one of their 7. Here's a little liner over to right. Can Sir get to it? No, he will let it drop down in front of his feet. And another base hit for the Berries, this time courtesy of Noah Scher. Two singles for Marion, both to right field. Noah Scher, another South Salem Saxon graduate, gets his first hit of the series, and that's the 3rd consecutive leadoff base runner for Marion. Pop up in the air off the bat of Carlson. First at bat of the summer. And that one's dropped. But super fortunate for the Elks that Noah Scher had to hold up close to first base and risk of being doubled up. And they will get the lead out at second. Probably not the way that they wanted to do it, but it's an out nonetheless. And Carlson is safe at first, so they just trade. One out here in the bottom of the third. Pop up out of play. We're back to the top of the order. That's the first time Sawyer Nelson has swung tonight in his 6 swings. Taryn Carlson popped over to the hot corner, in and out of the glove of Ferruta. Didn't matter. Got the out anyway. 1-1 count to Nelson. He has seen 7 pitches, 5 of them balls, and here's a hefty swing and a miss from the future Loyola Marymount Lion. Falls down 1-2. It's been so rare to see him behind in the count so far this summer. Was 1 for 2 last night, 3 walks, and a double to center field. It was the ball that got lost in the lights in the bottom of the 8th. Scored Jake Dodge from second. Ended up being the winning run. One-two from Ty Van. At the feet of Nelson. Hops out of the way. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sawyer Nelson holds most of the important 6A baseball records in Oregon history. Keeps himself alive with a foul ball back over our heads in the Minuteman press box. In the mid-60s, it's a perfect day for a ball game in Salem, Oregon. Not too hot, not too cold. Throw over to first, not in time. Sliding in safe is Carlson, the future Washington State Cougar. Here's Van with the 2-2. Bounces. Carlson held up. Didn't get a good read on it. Decided to err on the side of safety and stay at first. Look at the fans in the ballpark tonight. It's been good showings to start the summer. This is the 5th game for the Berries. All 5 of them have been at home in the new and improved Chemeketa baseball field. Hard line drive to center. That one's dropped by Tallarico. Nelson walks into second. Carlson advances all the way to third. That one was off the glove of Tallarico, but hit really hard by Nelson. 99 off the bat to straight center. Double for Sawyer Nelson. And maybe that hand is bothering Tallarico out there. Alone in the outfield. Can't go back. Hindsight is 2020. Would have been nice if Taryn Carlson could have seen that pass ball advance to second. We'd have a run on the board right now. But can't change the past. If you could, there'd be a lot of things that we would change. 1-0 count for Evan Berg. Flew out to right field in his lone at-bat of the evening so far. Evan Berg played 28 games for the Tulane Green Wave in the spring, mostly as a fielder, only in the outfield. Did have a couple RBIs. He's going to hit a liner to center. Tallarico coming in to get it. He'll make the catch, lose the cap. Carlson going to the plate. There will not be a play, and the Berries score anyway. Sacrifice fly off the bat of Evan Berg. RBI for him. Carlson scores. Berries up 1-0. Sawyer Nelson stayed put on second base, and we have Cale Barney back in the box, the 9th-ranked third baseman in the country according to Perfect Game. There's Nelson to third. That's another great throw by Galvin. It's hard to get Nelson out on the base paths, but Galvin does it. Going to be a senior at Grand Canyon University. Guns down Nelson at third, and that ends the inning. But it's the Berries drawing first blood. They score a run off of 1 hit, 3 in the game now. courtesy of the Sawyer Nelson double and Evanberg sacrifice fly. Great throw by Galvin. We're going to get out of here, take another break, come back. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth as Brenneman starts us off with a slider that's popped up in the air by Mason Elrod. And there goes Sawyer Nelson to make the catch. Out number one of the inning here at Chemeketa Baseball Field, new and improved. And we're going to take this opportunity to have a chat with one of our Berries front office members. That is Luis Magallanes, our ticket sales manager. We're going to have a chat with him about some of our reserve seating today. Let's throw it on down to Luis. Luis, just want to ask you, I can hear you. How many people can this place hold?
Yeah, so these two new stands hold 279 each, so for 558 brand new seats, so that brings our ballpark capacity to over 2,000.
Yeah. Luis, it's a great looking place, and it's going to be fantastic when we can pack this thing to the gills as we see a hit by pitch by Brenneman.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, what was the decision-making process? Why did the Berries decide to add this reserve seating specifically, exactly where you're sitting right now?
Yeah, we decided to add this because we wanted to give parents an opportunity that if you got up under your seat, say you showed up with your kid with a Berry pass, or like last year you just came and you wanted the ticket, it has your seat for the rest of the night, and super comfortable seats. As you kind of see here, I'm sitting in the stands now.
Yeah, it looks fantastic just compared. I've never been a big bleacher guy myself, but I love the stadium seats, and I'm a huge fan of the Berries adding it. So let's just say I come down from the press box one game. I decide I don't want to call the game on a random Tuesday. I want to sit in a reserve seat. How could I do that?
Yeah, so to do that, all you have to do is go onto MarionBerriesBaseball.com, select the game that you want, and then you can see both the seating sections. As we have infield reserve 1 here on the third base side, infield reserve 2. You go in, you pick your seats, and you check out. Easy process online. Also available at the box office on game day.
I love it. Accessible online and at the ballpark. And one more hypothetical for you. Say that somehow I end up with a kid in my possession. They have a Berry pass, and I want to sit in the reserve seating. How could I do that?
Yeah, so in order to do that, Berry pass parents will just have to email me, Luis, at MarionBerriesBaseball.com. So LUIS at MarionBerriesBaseball.com. Email me. I send them an exclusive link just for Berry pass holders and for the game that they want, and we get them an upgrade we get them the parent seat and then a Berry pass upgrade for just $5.
That's fantastic. Super easy for parents who have kids with Berry pass holders. As we see another hit by pitch here in this inning, that puts 2 Bend Elks on the base paths. And Luis, just how's the weather out there today? How do you feel sitting in the stands?
Yeah, it's a little bit windy today. The sun is shining, but once the weather starts getting warmer on like a hot summer day, this is going to be one of the most premium locations. I'm going to have my employee here, Peyton, turn the camera around. Just look at the view from up here. Honestly, it is It is amazing. I am sitting towards the top of the section, mind you, and it just looks awesome. And she got a full 360. I'm going to have her pan a little bit to my left over here. So yeah, this is kind of like the configuration of the seating. And yeah, this, as the summer goes on, is just going to be one of like the best, one of the best values and just one of the best locations you can sit in when you come to a game.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's already one of the premier locations, not only in Marion County, but maybe in the state of Oregon, maybe in the entire WCL. It's beautiful out there. Love the way the ballpark looks, Luis. I appreciate you taking the time and talking to me.
Awesome. Thank you, Cole.
I appreciate it, Luis. That is Luis, our ticket sales manager. And if anybody wants to have a reserve seating, as we see a line drive hit hard into right center, rolling all the way back to the Gaggles heating sign. Looks like 2 runs are going to cross the plate. Can they get him at home? Yes, they can. Beautiful throw from Barney to the plate. The tag made by Hudson Flora. And instead of 2 runs, that's just 1 run that crosses the plate for the Bend Elks. Driven in by Noble Ortega. An RBI double to right center. Again, appreciate Luis taking the time to talk to us. If anybody wants to use the code BERRIESLIVE to purchase a free reserve seating ticket, you can do that at MarionBerriesBaseball.com. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the 4th, and we're going to show you that last run driven in by Ortega. Scoring from second base was Marcus Galvin, but it was Joshua Sir gunned down at the plate. Flora makes the tag. Great throw by Barney in right field. Check swing, did he go? Our home plate umpire, yes, he did. I'll take this opportunity to shout out the umpiring crew tonight. Behind the plate, Perry Schofield, and out on the bases, Derek Dunbar. 1-1 is your score, top of the 4th. 0-2 count. Here comes Brenneman. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3. And that will do it for the top half of the 4th inning. But it is the Bend Elks who tie things up. Both teams with 1 run as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bend just 1 hit, 2 hit by pitches in that inning. We're going to take a break on the broadcast. Be right back. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
Well done, well done. Those vocal lessons are just coming in good for you, Leroy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. We are here at Chemeketa Baseball Field, 5th home game of the summer of 2026 for Marion. 2nd summer, they're the newest team in the West Coast League. And they are all tied up against the Bend Elks, 1-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Purple People Eaters, that is Cale Barney. Saw him fly out to deep right field in his first at-bat, and he will take a breaking ball right down the pipe to start the bottom of the 4th. Oh, 1. Barney pops that one up over to left field. And that is caught by Dmitry Susidko for out number 1. Brings up Matthew Major, sophomore right fielder, who grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. 1 for 4 last night with a single in the infield. Also scored a run. Takes a first pitch ball up and out of the zone. Matthew Major, a decorated high school career split between 2 sites, as he takes another slider to make it 2-0. First 2 years of high school ball as an undergrad. Played at Troy Christian. Was a league player of the year, all-state selection, 2-time first-team all-league, as the fastball finds the zone for strike 1 of the at-bat. After his sophomore year, he transferred to Pro 5 Baseball Academy and led the league in homers and OPS as a junior. Finds himself in a 3-1 count here. Coming out of high school, he's the top third baseman in the state of Ohio and 3rd overall prospect. And he's a top 300 prospect in the nation. Takes that one off the bicep, it looked like. And that continues our streak. 4 innings in a row. Leadoff base runner for the Berries. And that would be true if Cale Barney had not just flown out to left field. I'm just living in an alternate universe. 1 out runner on first for Marion as we bring Gavin Price back up to the plate. He singled to right field in the 2nd inning. Also my pick for player to watch. Starts us off with a fly ball. It's going to stay in the infield. Fulton makes the catch at second base. The Bruin at George Fox. Here's Matthew Major taking that one to the body. Can't even tell where it him. Came in so fast. I believe it was north of the elbow. Represents the Berries base runner in this inning. Looks like it got him on the forearm. So 2 outs. It's just Major over there at first base. And he will go to second. Galvin has already gunned down 2 Berries on the paths. Not in time there. Stolen base for Major. Runner in scoring position for Hudson Flora. Flew out to left field in the 2nd inning. That one all the way back to the warning track in front of the Planet Fitness sign. 0-1 misses low, evens the count. Hudson Flora, 2-time first-team All-League at Foothill High School. Also competed in the area code baseball games back in the summer of 2025, making the all-tournament team. Played for the Braves. In the midst of a 2-1 count. I already mentioned the EBAL Player of the Year. Going to UC Santa Barbara down on the California coast. 2-1 pitch from Van. Swing and a miss. Ty Van still going strong. 4th inning of action for him. He's given up 3 hits and a run. Got the bright blue glove. Doesn't really match the black and gold. Maybe they can talk about it with the front office. See if they can add that as a tertiary color. Deuces are wild for the first time. The 2-2 in the opposite batter's box, kept in front by Galvin. Here's Ty Van, 47 pitches thrown, 26 of them strikes, just the 1 strikeout. It's been solid, sitting upper 8s, low 9s, and almost threw that one away. He's lucky that Matthew Major's body kept the baseball in the infield. It was a good 5 feet away from its intended target. A little miscommunication there. And they're calling it a balk. They have sent Matthew Major over to third base, and that's the confusion on the faces of the Elks infielders. It was an interesting step off by Van. Still 2 outs for the Elks. Major moves 90 feet closer. He's in position for Flora, 6'3", 190-pounder. And he is just walked. The full count pitch up and in. And here's that pickoff move by Van. Didn't step off. Tried for the spin move. Again, I'm not umpiring this game. That is Perry Schofield and Derek Dunbar. Their call to make. That leaves us with runners on the corners, 2 outs. After the walk from Flora, Kyson Barney back in the box, second time this summer. He struck out swinging back in the second inning, part of that double play, a strikeout and a caught stealing. The 1-0 is swung on and missed by Kyson. Talked to him a little before the season was underway. Said he was nervous but extremely excited to get to work and play some great baseball this summer and in the future. He's ready for a heavy workload with both the Berries and the Oregon State Beavers. Starting at second base tonight as he finds himself in a 2-balls, 1-strike count, 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Fastball inside moves us to 3-1. Barney's always said that his favorite position is shortstop, but he's played a bunch of different spots in the infield over the course of his long career. Swings and misses. We got a full count. Not happy about that one. Knows he missed a good opportunity. A straight fastball, 87 miles per hour in the zone. Probably in his wheelhouse. Just got under it. 3-2 from Van. Barney makes contact. Soft fly ball into right field, and back to get it is Adam Fulton, who makes the catch. And that will do it in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs for the Berries, no hits. Did have a walk and a hit by pitch. We'll go to the 5th. Tie ball game, 1-1. Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Coming back after this.
Don Poncho, send it down to Leroy. Learn something about scoring.
We got Luke and Liam on the first base line. We got Cole and Oliver over there. And what you do is you throw your tortilla frisbee. If it hits the can, you get 1 point. If with assistance it goes in the can, you get 2 points. And if it goes in the can cleanly with no assistance, you get 3 points. We're going to start over here on the first base line. Go ahead, guys. That is no points. Over there on the third base line, throw your first frisbee. Oh, you should have had help. That was 0 points. Over here at the first base line. That looks like 2 points. We'll take 2 over here. We're still at 0 over there. One last one over here. That's 3 points. You got to get it in unassisted. Oh, our winners are on the first base line. Give it up for our winners at Don Poncho's Tortilla Jam.
This is my pocket mac and cheese. Is that a pocket mac and cheese? You want one? No. Oh, I owe it for Jay Dodge. Jay Dodge likes his pocket mac and cheese.
Welcome back, everybody. It's a great looking ballpark here in Salem, Oregon. If you want to come out and watch a game, join us at a Marion Berries home game by visiting MarionBerriesBaseball.com with 30 dates on the schedule. We cannot wait to see you here. Also got a new pitcher on the mound for the Berries. That is Andrew Yost. First time seeing him this summer wearing number 36. Yost 5'8", 182, really specific, really on the dot. Just finished up 2 years at Chemeketa playing in this ballpark. The righty will start us off with a fastball up and out. 1-0 count. Appeared in 14 games for the Storm in the spring. 0-2 record, operated as a closer. 2 saves for him in 26 innings, 19 strikeouts. And he draws a swing and a miss from Kevin Ferruta. First at-bat tonight for Ferruta ended in a ground out to third base. It was a slow, rolling ground ball that Taryn Carlson had to come up and make a nice play on. 1-1 from Yost. Finds the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kevin Ferruta looking to move on after 2 years at Contra Costa Community College. Check swing definitely didn't go there. Evens the count. At quadruple C, Ferruta, a 2025 All-BVC infielder, first team All-Conference. And he awaits the 2-2, a slider. A little bit outside, full count. Ferruta for Contra Costa, 33 games played in 2026, batted .336 with 44 hits. 3-2 outside, that will walk Ferruta to start the top of the 5th. Second time finding the bases this series for Kevin Ferruta. That gives us Dimitri Susidko. Single to third base. Back in the 3rd inning, he was then caught stealing. A great throw by Floor to second. Here's Yost. Top half of the zone finds its way. The ball's 1 strike. Dimitri Susidko, sophomore at Saddleback College over in Missouri. We saw Carter Enoch in Port Angeles, another Saddleback kid. Susidko, 5'10", 190. Takes an outside slider to even the count. Grew up in San Juan Capistrano, California. And played for J. Sarah Catholic High School. We've heard that before. Tyler Dunning, Berry last summer. He'll be coming back here in the next couple weeks, probably sooner than he thought after UCLA was knocked out of the college baseball tournament. There's a soft liner. Falls untouched in the turf. Look at that thing. 58 off the bat. But a base hit's a base hit. Any way you can get on, Susidko, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. No outs and 2 runners on for Bend here in the 5th. And we have come back to our beer batter tonight in the 9 spot. That is Adam Fulton. The Berries definitely bringing the corners in here with no outs. Bunt is popped up back toward us. That's not going to get the job done. Cale Barney had a good beat on it anyway. He's playing well in from first. Carlson has walked up to the edge of the green on the 3rd base side. Fulton was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning in his lone plate appearance. First game play in this series. Showed bunt again. Slider misses somewhere. A little bit outside. Bunt is fouled off again. Fulton can't get it down. Finds himself with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Takes a look back at his head coach, Alan Cox, in his 3rd year with Bend. Says, might as well swing away. You're not going to bunt with 2 strikes. And there's the Berries faithful. Got their priorities straight. The chant is beer. Over and over again. Seems like these fans could use a Coors, the banquet beer. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Fulton. 4th game of the summer, batting .182 coming in. 2 hits, 1 RBI. And he'll take a fastball right down the middle in the zone for strike number 3. That's the first strikeout for Yost. But let's talk about the starter who went 4 innings, Taylor Brenneman. Really had the slider going. The fastball was pretty nice, too. 5 strikeouts for Mr. Taylor Brenneman, the Sprague Olympian, graduated in 2023. Gave up just the 1 run, and that's where we stay. 1-1 is your score. As we're back to the top of the lineup, Aiden Tallarico fouls a fastball back against the netting. Tallarico 0 for 2, a swinging strikeout and a pop out to second base. That was the weird play that Kyson Barney had to make over his head. 0-1 from Yost in the zone. Schofield behind the plate really likes the high ones. He's been consistent. No balls, 2 strikes for Tallarico. 1 for 5 last night with a single to left field. He's got 3 strikeouts in the series. And Yost will step off, collect himself. 1 out, 2 runners on for Bend. Gets his bat on it. Soft pop up to center. Nobody can get there. And they get the force out at third. They cannot. Carlson off the bag. We've seen a couple nice plays by Scher and Major in center and right. No play made there. Dropped between 3 defenders. Barney, Nelson, and Scher. So a single by Tallarico loads the bases. Definitely didn't get a hold of it, but put it in the right spot. Like an equilateral triangle. Same difference between each of those guys. Fastball up and in to Mason Elrod. 1 out, bases juiced. Here comes Tallarico. That's a pop-up in foul territory. Can Barney get it? Yes, he can. Out number 2, routine play. Back behind the Berries dugout. Gives us 2 outs here in the 5th inning. 4 hits for Bend, 3 for the Berries. Defense has been solid. Here's Marcus Galvin, the catcher wearing number 20. Was hit by pitch last inning. Ended up scoring from second on that double to right center. And he will take a first pitch changeup, just missing. Galvin lined out to right field to end the first inning. That was the major play. He's taken 2 balls, 2-0 count. Marcus Galvin going into his 4th year at Grand Canyon. He was their main catcher as a sophomore for the Antelopes. He's played 84 games in his career down in the desert. 56 starts, 245 batting average, 27 RBIs, 29 walks drawn. Fouls off our 3rd pitch. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Love the showing by the Salem natives in the ballpark today. Fun zone is occupied, so is Verespi Field. And here comes the 2-1 from Yost. Another foul ball back behind us toward the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild. Again, I am Cole Weber, your voice of the Berries for the summer of 2026. Game 2 of the series. Marion took game 1 7-6. A win tonight would give them the series win. First time beating Bend in their history, but can't get ahead of ourselves. There's a liner to center. Scher going back to get it, ranging to his right, and he will make the catch up above his head to end the inning. Great job by Andrew Yost. First licks for the Berries on the bump this summer. Bases loaded, 1 out. Gets the next 2 that he needed to get out of the inning unscathed. So bottom of the 5th will be up ahead of us after the break. Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. Another fastball, and that one's hammered into right field. Back to the wall. It's over the fence.
Shout out Morgan Wallen. I like karaoke.
We are back for the bottom of the fifth. Berries tied with the Elks 1-1. Noah Scherer will lead us off. Good pitching on the mound for both squads tonight. Ty Van still on the bump for Bend. Fifth inning of action. Here's Scherer. Fly ball to right center. That's Sir over to get it. He gloves it. So far in this game, it's been a pitcher's duel. Brenneman, our starter, went 4 innings, gave up just those 2 hits, 5 strikeouts that we watched. No walks, had control, gave up just the 1 run, and Ty Van, 4 innings for him under his belt. 3 hits, 1 run, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. But it's been the Elks. They've had opportunities. They're just 1 for 9 with runners on. Haven't been able to capitalize. Taryn Carlson, second time up for him in the game. Swings and misses to fall down 0-2 in the count. Graduate of Kamaikan High School in Kennewick over in the Tri-Cities. Beautiful area out in southeastern Washington. I implore anybody who hasn't to go and make that drive down Highway 84. It's beautiful, right on the Columbia River in the gorge for about 2.5 hours. Some of the pretties you'll see. Carlson takes that one off the helmet. Right in the side of his face. Making the slow walk down to first. Dangerous play there. Out of the hand of Ty Van. That was 87 clocking in. Right off the helmet. I think the chin protector really helped him out there. Super dangerous play. They're talking to Taryn. Seeing if he remembers his name, his birthday, which is December 1st. Born in 2007. Turned 19 in about 6 months. Future Washington State Cougar over in Pullman. He represents the base runner on first for the Berries here in the bottom of the fifth. 1 out. And here's our leadoff batter, Sawyer Nelson, the shortstop. 1 for 1, double to center field, and a walk in the first inning. Carlson scampers back to first after a pickoff attempt. Van den Elson's a fastball outside half, catches the zone. Sawyer Nelson, 13 walks on the season. This might be the first time that I've seen him fall down 0-2 in any count this year. Again, I wasn't here last night. Shout out to Jeff Lucero for filling in, doing a great job on the mic. No balls, 2 strikes. Van, another throw over to first. Lego night here at the ballpark on this Wednesday evening. A minute away from 8 o'clock. Sun still high in the sky. Foul ball by Nelson keeps him alive. The first 300 kids into the ballpark here at Chemeketa Baseball Field received a custom Berries baseball player minifigure. Very cool. If you didn't have the opportunity to make it to the ballpark tonight and you're listening, don't fret. There are 2 more chances to get a minifigure this summer. Count is 1-2 to Nelson. 6-footer weighing $180 from Salem. Takes the slider low and outside. He will be joining Andrew Moon and Alex Chavez at Loyola Marymount in the fall. That fastball just misses. I'm looking at the TrackMan on my screen, and that one caught the low outside corner, but we're not going to tell anybody. We're going to keep it between me and you. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nelson gets lucky. The 3-2, and Sawyer Nelson, with a little help from the umpires, draws another walk, his 14th of the summer, 2nd of the game. He's been on base 3 times. 2 runners on, 1 out for Evan Berg. We're going to have a mound visit for the Elks. That is pitching coach Wes Harper on the Alan Cox staff. Alan Cox, 30 years coaching baseball, 3rd for the Bend Elks. Done it at a bunch of different levels. Won state championships at Owensboro Catholic High School over in Kentucky. He was a hitting coach at both Kentucky Wesleyan and Georgia Gwinnett. Looks like we have an arm warming up in the Bend Elks pen. That's a lefty. That is number 35. That would be Jabari Simon. Another Kennewick, Washington native. He and Taryn Carlson hailing from the same city. But it's Evan Berg in the right-hand batter's box for Marion. 1 out, 2 runners on. He's driven in the only Berries run of the game, sacrifice fly to center field. Swings and misses through the first fastball. Berg 0 for 1, flew out to right field in the first inning. Going back to Tulane for his sophomore season, he came into tonight batting .357 in 4 games this summer, 5 hits, 2 RBIs. Fouls 1 back, down 0-2. Back to Alan Cox. He's also the head academy coach for the Okotok Dogs development program up in Alberta, Canada. He's also worked for the Milwaukee Brewers, San Diego Padres, and Minnesota Twins. Ground ball to short. Goodman to second, over to first. That one up above the head of the first baseman, Elrod, and coming in to score is Taryn Carlson. Berries take the lead off the error from Fulton at second base. That was Nelson sliding into second. Looks like he might have made an impact on that play. Grounder almost between the legs of Carlson. Looks like Nelson might have clipped Fulton out at second base. Impacted the throw, but the Berries take advantage. They're up 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tyvan stays in the game. He's gone 4 2/3. And now Coach Cox has decided to make the change. We will see Jabari Simon. Here's that grounder. It was almost a double play to end the inning with a throw from Fulton out of the reach of Elrod. Give the Bend Elks the opportunity to chat on the mound. Give Simon his due diligence, warming up. Take a break on the broadcast. Berries Baseball live on YouTube in the WCL Live app. Jabari Simon, the reliever on the mound for Ben. This is his second summer in the West Coast League. 2025 was spent with the Yakima Valley Pippins. Appeared in 7 games for them in 2025. 7 2/3 innings pitched, gave up 10 hits, 13 earned runs, had 11 strikeouts. That gives him a 15.26 ERA. Just capped off 2 years with the Everett Community College Trojans up in the state of Washington. Was stellar for the Trojans in the spring, 12 appearances, 1 start, 1-0 record, 1.76 ERA in 30 innings, 27 strikeouts to 20 walks. First appearance on the summer. He will be facing off against Cale Barney, who's 0 for 2, 2 flyouts. Runner on first. And that is Evan Berg, who slides in safe to second. Stolen base with a member of the Green Wave. Gives Barney a runner in scoring position. Berries leading 2-1. We took our first matchup of this series 7-6 last night. Here's another fly ball from Barney. This one to the left side, and there goes to Sidko to make the catch and end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Berries holding the 2-1 lead. Scored a run off of no hits. Got help from a Elks error. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Cole Weber coming right back after this break. New arm on the bump for the Berries in the top of the 6th. Conrad Sotelo just graduated from West Salem High School across the river. Will be headed to Western Oregon in the fall to play for the Wolves. Starts us off with that low arm slot. Ball up and in. Joshua Sir, the right fielder, leading off the inning, turned on a fastball inside. Hit that one toward the fun zone. The netting protected everybody out there. 1-1 count. Sir 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Was hit by a pitch back in the 4th. Offers at another one, fouls it off. This is the first game of the series for Sir. Came in today. 2 games under his belt, 167 batting average, and he's going to get rung up. Breaking ball from Sotelo. Curves in there for strike number 3. First out of the inning to start the 6th. 78 miles per hour in the zone. I told you Schofield likes those high ones. That brings us to Noble Ortega. Spits on a first pitch straight ball in the zone, 0-1. Ortega drove in the only run for Bend today. Double to right center in the fourth. The count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ortega pitched 2 innings for the Elks last night, had 2 strikeouts and a walk. Gave up 2 hits. And that 1 run, it was Sawyer Nelson pop up into right center that fell down untouched onto the turf. Allowed Jake Dodge to score from second. That was the winning run. Chopper. And here is that double by Ortega into the gap toward the Gaggles heating sign. Only 1 run would score. And here's a grounder. Backhand by Nelson off his glove. The throw to first. It's not in time. It's the first error of the game by the Berries. Grounder hit to Nelson's right. Still almost made the play. Breaking ball misses low and in. That's Will Goodman, who struck out twice. 1 looking, 1 swinging. He was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. He did score a run. And he's ahead 2-0 in the count. Goodman lined out 3 different times yesterday evening, to center, to right, and to second base. He will pop that one up over toward Verespi Field, heads up in the concourse. Count moves to 2-1. Redshirt freshman at Pepperdine, Will Goldman, is a Bend kid. And he spits on a slow slider that finds the zone, 68 miles per hour. Sotelo coming in a little differently, going with more of the finesse route. 2-2 pitch. Tried for the low outside corner, misses. Full count to Goodman. 6 foot, 185 pounds, graduate of Bend High School, played for the Lava Bears. Goodman was a 5A OSAA All-Star and fouls that one off his body. Senior season, he was a first-team All-State infielder playing shortstop for Bend. And that goes without saying, he was an Intermountain Conference first-team member. Batted .405 that year with 32 hits. 3-2. Again fouled back. Flora, a little bit of an effort to go get it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 6th. Bend started off this season with 3 straight wins at home over at Vince Jenna Stadium. Took 3 games against the Springfield Drifters, who actually had the Elks number last year without making the playoffs. That slider outside misses to walk Goodman, first time being on base today. The Drifters were interesting. They played both of these 2 teams well last year. Didn't make the playoffs. Bend holding a lead in the all-time series, which currently stands at just 7 games. This is the 8th here on June 3rd, 2026. Fastball outside to Kevin Ferruta. Misses for a ball. Ferruta 0 for 1, ground out to third base. Walked in the 5th inning. 1-0 from Sotelo, swung on and missed, way out in front of it. Sotelo pitching for the West Salem Titans back on Senior Day not that long ago. Pitched a complete game 2-hitter in a 2-1 win over South Medford just 2 weeks ago. Gets Ferruta swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We got 1 out, 2 runners on for the Elks. Sotelo to the plate. Inside, Flora tries for the back door. not in time. Goodman back safe at first. On deck is Dmitry Sasidko, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 2-2 pitch. Grounder down the third baseline, just a hair foul. Berries get lucky. Sun getting low in Salem, back behind a couple of clouds. Temperature dropping rapidly. It was about 66 at first pitch about an hour and a half ago. It's 8:17. The wind is picked up, blowing out toward left field. 2-2 from Sotelo. Popped up and out of play over toward the parking lot. Don't hit the silver Nissan Altima. Sotelo with the fastball. Just a tad high and outside, really close. Ferruta's worked his way to a full count. Graduate of Sequoia High School 3 years ago. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Sotelo. The high slider up at the eyes of Ferruta. Piqued his interest. But gets nothing but air. Strike out number 2 for Sotelo. That's out number 2 of the inning. And here is Dmitry Sasidko, 5'10", 190, from San Juan Capistrano, California. Takes the first pitch, fastball in the zone. We mentioned Bend not being able to come through with runners on base. They were 1 for 9 back when we looked at it. There's a little liner into left. Gavin Price saunters over and makes the catch out in front of him to end the inning. Sotelo, great showing in his first appearance for the Berries this summer. 2 strikeouts in the inning. One looking slider. Joshua Sir did not agree. The other was swinging. Kevin Ferruta. Both of them high up in the zone. Slider breaking away from Ferruta. Got him chasing. That does it for the top of the 6th. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning after this break. Berries baseball up 2-1, live on YouTube and the WCL Live app, coming right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Minuteman press box. I am your play-by-play broadcaster for the summer of 2026, Cole Weber. Back behind me, that's my producer, Ryan Goff. That's a great hat he's got on his head. White, black, and purple Berries hat. Next to me, shout out to everybody who makes this thing happen. Luke Larson, data analytics intern, Cooper Kripe, official scorekeeper, Charlie Satterley running the scoreboard for us up in the press box. We will start off this inning. Jabari Simon with a ball facing off against Matthew Major. 0 for 1 with a ground out, was hit by pitch in the 4th. 3rd time this summer he's been pegged. 2 balls, no strikes to the Troy, Ohio native. Came in with 3 hits and 2 RBI. Barely misses on the breaking ball. Major heading back to Tulane in the fall. His older brother Ben played baseball at Post University, and his father Marvin played college football at the University of Kentucky for the Wildcats. Fastball catches the low outside corner to even the count, 2-2. Berries in the purple tops, white pants. Ben wearing the all black with the white pinstripes. Game 2 of the series. 2-2 pitch. Major leaves it low. Full count. Second game ever in this ballpark for Marion last summer was against these Bend Elks. It was a Bend victory 8-2. The next game of that series went 13 innings. As Major fouls that one back to us in the press box. Count remains 3-2. A lot of nice Berries gear. You can go find that in the concourse. Our merch container. A lot of good stuff in there. I need to go walk through it for a couple hours myself. Major does a jig out of the way of it. I think it caught a piece of his leg, so his second hit by pitch of the night. Earning free 90s the hard way. Three-two count. Simon goes with the fastball. Tried to leave it in. A little too far inside. Back behind Major. I'm not sure if it hit him. It was definitely behind him. Ball four nonetheless. 1-0 count to Gavin Price. 1 for 2 with that single to right field in the second inning. 3 for 4 last night, double, 2 singles and an RBI. Also scored 2 of the Berries' 7 runs. Came in today batting .286. He's improved that so far. 2-0 stays outside. Price way ahead in the count. Going to be a sophomore at Louisiana Monroe. 6'3", 210 pounds from Salem, Oregon. Excited to get a lot of ABs and playing experience over the course of this summer. And he has just walked in 4 pitches. 2 base runners to start the bottom of the 6th for Marion. Trying to add to their lead, up 2-1. That brings us the catcher, Hudson Flora. Just recently graduated from Foothill High School, got to Salem on Monday. Starting his first game here on Wednesday. Almost had the opportunity to go play college baseball with his brother at UC Santa Barbara. Turns out Jackson Flora is probably going to be a top 10 pick in the upcoming MLB draft. Shout out to our promotions team, our PA announcer Bobby Merwin and head of promotions Owen Adams. They're doing the sound effects. That's from Finding Nemo. Mine, mine, mine. Foul balls everywhere. There's souvenirs dropping all around the ballpark. Make sure you come on out and get some. We got the Fun Zone, Verespi Field. Anything you want, we've got here at Chemeketa. And that's going to do it for Jabari Simon's Day. Don't believe he completed a full inning of action. No outs, 2 runners on for Bend. Trotting from the bullpen for the Elks, that is number 42, Garrett Schmokel. Schmokel standing 6'4", 185. Native to Portland, Oregon. Celebrated his 20th birthday just a month ago. Got some action in the Berries bullpen down the right field line. It's Lucas Plenert doing some calisthenics. A lot of fans in the ballpark today. The official number from the head honcho, Pat Zajac, just under 1,400 people here at Chemeketa Baseball Field. 1,397, the official number. There's a look at 6 of them on your screen sitting at the high top tables. Another addition to the ballpark this summer. And a great look at the left field wall of Verespi Field. Kids rounding the bases on the diamond. It's a great atmosphere. You got to come on out. Got one more game in this series if you want to watch the Berries take on the Bend Elks. Game 3 tomorrow, starting at 6:35. And you might have remembered last Sunday, Game 3 of the series against the Port Angeles Lefties. The Berries wore their berries and cream uniforms for the first time. I'm a big fan. Got some fans repping it up in the stands. You can also purchase some berries and cream gear from the merch container back behind us. Garrett Schmokel relieving Jabari Simon. It's the third pitcher we've seen on the bump for the Elks. Another Everett Trojan, 6'3", right-hander, also plays some outfield. Graduate of Lincoln High School. I actually got to watch a couple Lincoln runners at the state track tournament down at Hayward Field. Ellery Lincoln is one of the fastest 1,500 runners in the country. We saw her shatter the Oregon 1,500 record by about 25 seconds. She was fantastic. Garrett Schmokel probably overlapped with her at Lincoln High School. Flora, the bunt is popped back up. I probably could have caught it if the netting wasn't in the way. In 2 years for Everett College, Schmokel, 18 appearances on the bump, 0-1 record, 5.49 ERA, in just under 20 innings, 22 strikeouts, facing off against Flora, the catcher. Here's the 0-1. Showing bunt again. This one low. Pulls it back. Evens our count 1-1. Beautiful sunset behind us at Chemeketa Baseball Field. And look at Berry trying to catch some attention there from Schmokel. 1-1. Flora got a piece of it, fouled it back. Bunting's been a real problem for the Berries early in this season. We're only 5 games in. There's room to grow. It's been a tough time trying to get them down, just trying to move runners over. No outs, 2 runners on. Look at our friend Berry down below. Also got a chance to see his friend Dingle in the stadium for the first time this summer. If you come out to the ballpark, you can have a chance to interact with Berry and Dingle for any Berries home game. 30 of them in the summer. This is number 5 in the books. Here's the 1-2. Slider catches a piece. Flora will head back to the dugout, striking out looking. 78-mile-per-hour pitch from Schmokel. That's our first out in the bottom of the 6th. Breaking from left to right on your screen right now. Catches the outer half. Little pickoff attempt, if you want to call it that. Back to second base. I don't think Major was in any danger there. Kyson Barney, the second baseman, 0 for 2. Swinging strikeout and pop out to second. There goes Major, not even a chance. Steals third base. Fantastic jump. That puts runners on the corners, 1 out. All Barney's got to do is hit a ball to the outfield. the older of the two twins, was born in Layton, Utah, spent the first 10 years of his life in the state of Utah. Here's the jump from Major. Left even before Schmokel went into his stretch. Not even a throw down to third. 2 balls, no strikes to Barney. Grounder right back up the middle. Fulton steps on his bat, goes to first with it, and they're going to turn 2. And the Elks get the ground ball they needed to end the inning. Berries missed opportunity. 2 runners on, no outs. They can't snag a run. So we will head to the top of the 7th. Berries still holding on to that 2-1 lead. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app as we see the high chopper from Kyson Barney. Nice play by Adam Fulton. We're going to take a break on the broadcast. Be right back after this.
And once they hit the ball, they run down, go around Berry, and come back, and the first person back wins. Ready, set, go. 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh! Go, 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 go! Strawberry is going hard. You got to go around Berry. Strawberry wins. Though, look at that home run that Blueberry hit. That is a dinger.
Once she got on her feet, she got a hold of that one, didn't she? For over 100 years, Flavor Pack has been the premium brand of choice for Americans looking for the very best in frozen vegetables and fruits. Flavor Pack, farmer owned, nature grown.
Just saw the dizzy bat race in between the break. Strawberry comes out with the wind. Maybe a future 6-tool prospect. Showed off the power and the speed there. Also the coordination. First pitch at the top of the 7th. Still Conrad Satullo on the mound. There's a line drive right back up the middle. Adam Fulton. A single to lead off in the 7th. That is his 3rd hit of the season, first of the series. Gets it started right for Bend. And we've mentioned Bend with runners on base in this game, just 1 for 13, and that one was the double to right center by Ferruda. Haven't been able to do anything. Here's a foul ball back up against the netting. Fulton would have been safe at second. Too bad he's got to go back. Makes the trot back 90 feet to first base. It is Aiden Tallarico, 4th at bat of the night, 1 for 3, single to center last time we saw him. Tallarico was fantastic for Florida Southwestern in the spring. Played 48 games for them as he takes one right off the hip. Taking a beating this series. Gives Ben 2 base runners. Tallarico batted .352 for Florida Southwestern. 58 hits, 33 were extra bases, 17 home runs, and 72 runs batted in. Obviously, first team all-conference. She got him lower down on the thigh. Call that the IT band. This is head coach Tucker Brock walking out to take Sotelo out of the game. Officially 1 inning of action for him. Didn't give up a run in the 6th. Struck out 2 batters, but he has left the Berries with 2 runners on, no outs here in the 7th inning. Based on the stature and the bifocals, that looks like Ryan Hockman trotting out to the mound for Marion. Graduate of Silverton High School, pitched for the Berries last summer. And while we give Hockman the opportunity to warm up, here's how we got to this point in the game. Been a lot of defense, a lot of great defensive plays, the first of which, Joshua Sir, line drive to right. It was Matthew Major robbing him, going fully horizontal to make the catch. And then Noah Scherer says, anything you can do, I can do better. He makes a nice diving catch in the outfield. Tyson Barney didn't want to be left out. Behind his back, Ben's first run came a few innings ago. Noble Ortega doubled to right center, scored a run. The Berries don't allow the other one to score. Nice throw from Barney. Another look at it. Noble Ortega closed out the game on the mound for the Elks last night. He's got the only RBI for Bend. Here is how Marion took the lead. Error by Fulton at second, overthrows first base and allows Terry Carlson to score. That is where we stand. 2-1, top of the seventh. Runners on first and second for Bend. No outs. Ryan Hockman, first pitch from him. It's Mason Elrod trying to lay down a bunt. And again, we see another one fouled off. Hockman started 10 games for the Chemeketa Storm at this ballpark in the spring. Pitched 51 innings. Goes with the slider there, missing low. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Elrod, the first baseman in the box. 0 for 3, 2 pop-outs, and a strikeout looking back in the first. Comes to Bend from Miramar, Florida. And gets the bunt down. Barney going to third with it. Nice play. Cale Barney had a beat on it, didn't even think. Beautiful throw to third, and they get the lead out. And he was ready for the bunt no matter what. So same exact situation. Runners on first and second will just tack an out up on the board. Brings us to Marcus Galvin, third in the order for Bend. He will spin on a first pitch fastball that's low beneath the zone. There's Barney on the run, sidearm throw. Carlson makes the stretch and gets the out at third. Hockman, fastball, evens the count. Marcus Galvin tonight 0 for 2. Line out to right and a fly ball to center field. He was also hit by pitch in the fourth. The 1-1 grounder in foul territory. Cale Barney lets it go. The wind still pushing out toward left center field. We've seen a couple balls hit high in the air, but nothing to really challenge the fence. They definitely would have been out at Verespi Field. Here's a hard ground ball to Barney at second, then to Nelson, then to first. The Berries turn 2, 4, 6, 3, and Ryan Hockman does his job. Gets the Berries out of a semi-jam, 2 runners on, no outs. We're gonna go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Berries up a run. Cole Weber, your broadcaster here in the summer of 2026, taking a break on the broadcast. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app.
Buy me some peanuts and cracker jacks. I don't care if we ever go back. It's root for the Berries. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's It's 1, 2, 3. Structure out at the old ball game.
And if you're looking to buy Leroy's album, it's on sale right out here in the front of the building for $8.99 on K-Tel Records.
Welcome back, West Coast League baseball fans. It's the Berries up in the bottom of the 7th, holding on to that 2-1 lead. Fastball outside from Schmokel. Misses. Facing off against Noah Scher, our center fielder tonight, wearing number 14. Just finished his freshman year at Lynn Benton Community College. One of the 3 South Salem guys we have in the lineup. Hard line drive to center. That's Tallarico to get it, and that's tough because that's a very well-hit baseball. Too bad it was right at the center fielder. Great contact from Scher, but it's out number 1. One out, nobody on brings us to Taryn Carlson, the Kamaikan graduate. First team All-Mid-Columbia Conference shortstop. An honorable mention pitcher as a senior. And he swings and misses through the first pitch. Not a lot going on in the bullpen, as we can see. Some might call it a bullpen, some might call it a dressing room based on that. And there's another swing and a miss from Carlson. Oh for 1. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, was hit by pitch right in the noggin in the 5th. So he's been on base twice. The 0-2. Tried to get Carlson to chase. He was patient, leaves it outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carlson was the 5th ranked right-hand pitcher in the state of Washington, 6th overall prospect. Wonder if we'll see him on the mound this summer. He swings and misses through about the same pitch we just saw. Slider outside. Schmokel gets him swinging for out number 2. Schmokel, the 2nd consecutive Elks pitcher from Everett College. Pumps a fastball inside. Nelson scoots out of the way. He's 1 for 1, a double to center and 2 walks, giving him a league-leading 14 on the year. On his way to another one. 2 balls, no strikes. We got 2 outs, nobody on. Sawyer Nelson, a 2026 Perfect Game preseason all-region team selection. Takes another outside fastball for ball 3. Nelson, 2-time first-team All-State infielder, playing shortstop for the 5th consecutive game for the Berries. And Schmokel finally finds the zone in this at-bat. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nelson going back to his sophomore year at South Salem, 2nd-team All-State, playing the shortstop position. And he has earned his 3rd walk of the night. And that keeps the average. 5 games played, 15 walks. That's 3 per game. Dude gets on base. So some life here in the bottom of the 7th. It's Evan Berg coming back to the dish. 0 for 2 with an RBI. That was the sac fly to center field in the 3rd. There's the Green Wave logo on his helmet. Playing ball in his home state. Pop up into foul territory. Always been a fan of the Tulane color combination, specifically the football uniforms, which are fantastic. Baseball one's not far behind. 0-1 pitch from Schmokel. Another pop-up. About the same spot in foul territory. Lucky fan gets 2 balls. Comes down in the reserve seating. Make sure you're coming out to a Berries game this summer. Use the code BERRIESLIVE to purchase a free reserve seating ticket at MarionBerriesBaseball.com. The 0-2. Low. Nelson's going to stay put on first. One more reminder, it was Lego night here at the ballpark, presented by Bricks and Beyond. We had their owner, Austin, throw out the first pitch. It was a ball, but a good amount of pace on it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missing. Evan Berg has worked his way back to a 2-2 count. And Schmokel will throw over to first base. Not just baseball going on tonight. We have NBA basketball. Game 1 of the finals. And this is my first time checking the score. The New York Knicks have come out on top in Game 1, 105-95. First time ever that the San Antonio Spurs have lost the Game 1 of the NBA Finals. They were previously 6-0. 2-2 pitch outside. There goes Nelson. He didn't even bother to slide. Didn't think they had a shot, and he was right. Another stolen base for him. Gives the Berries a runner in scoring position. Full count for Berg. Coming out of high school in 2025, was the 3rd-ranked outfielder in the state of Louisiana. Here's Schmokel. Fastball. Just a bit outside. Walks Berg. 2 consecutive walks. There's the great jump by Nelson. Super quick. Look at him looking in, slowing up really early. When you got that speed, you're afforded that much space. Out of the dugout walks assistant coach Wes Harper, the pitching coach, and the guy who's been manning first base for the Elks tonight. Elks have another arm warming up. Wonder how long before we see number 27, Jared Robles. Righty from East Los Angeles. They're going to keep Schmokel in. Bend 3-1. First loss of 2026 was last night in that humdinger 7-6 win for Marion. 9 runs combined scored in the 4th inning. 2 more in the 5th. And the Berries winning run in the bottom of the 8th before coming out. Remy Darvavon made it hard for himself in the top of the 9th last night. Started off with an error, put a runner on first, then a walk, then a hit by pitch. Bases loaded, no outs. They go ground ball, strikeout, strikeout. Just had to add that extra suspense. Schmokel to Cale Barney. Swings and misses on a ball that was well outside. Barney has flown out 3 times tonight, 1 to right and 2 to left. Helped lead the Nolensville High School Knights to 3 consecutive district titles during his 4 years there. He is down 0-2. a future Oregon State Beaver, continuing the trend of Berries going to Corvallis. Bryce Hubbard and Paul Vasquez were part of the first Berries roster in 2025 and played big roles for the Beavers this year. Bryce Hubbard, the starting catcher. Paul Vasquez worked his way into being the starting third baseman as the season went on. They ended up coming up short in the Eugene Regional, which is just a who's who of the former Pac-12. Oregon, Oregon State, and Washington State, along with Yale, as Cale Barney swings and misses to end the inning. Schmokel strikes him out. That does it. 7 in the books. 2-1 is your score. Marion with the lead. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Taking a quick break.
Go. 1. 1-1. 2-1. 3-1. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4-1. Our winner, the Berries decked out jersey. Give it up. You are a Minute to Win It winner from Minutemen Press, who may or may not be making the decals on my purple fan.
And this is your final call for drinks. All alcohol concessions, including beer, wine, and mixed drinks, will be closed at the end of the 8th inning. Please visit one of our concession locations for any final purchases. And yet,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 8th, late inning baseball here in Salem, Oregon. Chemeketa Baseball Field, home of the Berries. A new pitcher for Marion. That's a familiar face. Used to seeing him at first. It's Jake Dodge. Left-hander coming out of the bullpen. Try to close this thing out. Pitched in high school at Southridge. Was a second-team pitcher as a senior, along with being a first-team utility player and second-team outfielder. Did a bunch of different things. We had a timeout before that pitch. Jake Dodge threw a couple games last summer for the Berries, sparingly. Will start us off with a ball low. It's Joshua Sir leading off the inning for the Elks, 6-footer from Corona, California. Takes a strike. Last summer for Marion, Jake Dodge pitched in 3 games. And he's not pumping the gas by any means, but he's throwing strikes. 1-2 count to Sir. Dodge finished with 3 innings, gave up 2 hits, and had 2 strikeouts for the Berries in 2025. Jake, also a former Bend Elk, back in the summer of 2024. Pitched a game for them. Three balls, 2 strikes. Low and in. Wow. Got him. Strike number 3. I'm not sure if it was called or if it was a foul ball. They call it. Low inside corner. Jake Dodge going to start us off in the 8th with a strikeout looking. Went with the fastball really close. Sir tried to lean into it. Almost came into contact with his knee. 1 out, nobody on now for the Elks. He goes inside there, and that's Noble Ortega taking it off about the 7th rib. Noble Ortega from Clovis, California, down in the Central Valley. Played 2 years at Fresno City College. He is now on first, which brings up Will Goodman. He takes a first pitch strike down the middle. Goodman from Bend, out in the high desert, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. 0 for 3 last night with a walk, did score a run, one of the Elks' 6. Swings and misses, falls down 0-2 quickly. Jake Dodge has been around the block, started his college career redshirting at UC Santa Barbara, then played 2 years down in Albany at Lynn Benton. Spent the last spring at MSU Denver as he strikes out Will Goodman. 3 batters faced, 2 of them struck out. Jake Dodge making an impact here in the 8th inning. And he has just doubled his WCL career output in strikeouts tonight from 2 to 4. And here's a foul ball to start the at-bat against Kevin Ferruta. Got him swinging 73 mile per hour straight ball. Comes the 0-1 from Dodge. This one low. Ferruta 0 for 2, a ground out to third and a strikeout swinging in the 6th. He also walked earlier in this game. Makes him 1 for 6 for the series. That bases clearing double last night. Here comes Dodge. Down in the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Late inning baseball, sun getting real low. Temperature has dropped, we're below 60 degrees now. Here's the 1-2, Dodge, way outside. Good job by Flora to get his glove on it. Looks like the fun zone is being deflated out toward left field. Always a sad sight to see. High pop fly into left center. Who's going to get there first? Looks like Gavin Price. Settles underneath it and makes the catch. Fantastic inning for Big Hoss, Jake Dodge. 4 batters faced, 3 retired, 2 of them strikeouts. One of them looking, paints the low inside corner against Sir. And then he got Noble Ortega swinging. Didn't cross 80 miles per hour, but he didn't need to. Let his location do most of the work. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. Berries still holding on to the 2-1 lead. This is Berries Baseball live on YouTube and the WCL Live app. Coming back after this. .9:01 p.m. at Chemeketa Baseball Field. 2-1 lead for Marion. This is how we got to that point. Marion pitchers combined, there's been 5 of them. They've combined for 10 strikeouts. Started off with Taylor Brenneman throwing 4 innings, striking out 5. Ty Van started for Ben, went 4 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run, had 2 walks and a strikeout to his name. Both teams not able to capitalize with runners on base or in scoring position. It's the Berries. Could be way more up in this game. 1 for 14 with runners on. Jared Robles is on the mound for Bend. His first pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Breaking ball in the zone against Matthew Major. Robles, this is his 3rd appearance on the year. He's got a 1-0 record, 3 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts. He appeared twice in the opening Springfield series out in Bend. Gave up 1 run in their opening day game. 1-1 pitch to Major, fastball in the zone. Clocking in at 88 miles per hour. Major 0 for 1. Grounded out to short way back in the 1st inning. He's been hit by pitch twice since. Leads the team. Here's the 1-2. Tried to get him low and outside. 91 out of the hand of Robles. Count is even, 2 apiece. Major leading off. Swings and misses, strike number 3. Robles, strong start to his outing. Robles just finished his sophomore year at California State Los Angeles. Graduate of Ridgeview High School. A 3-2 record in 2026. Went right after Major, fastball down the middle, blew it by him. Robles appeared 18 times for CSULA. 3 saves, operating as the closer. Goes back to the fastball, misses low and outside. Gavin Price, my player to watch tonight, started us off with a single to right field in the 2nd. He has since popped out to 2nd and been walked. He is 4 for 6 in the series, and he takes a fastball in the lower half. 2 balls, 1 strike. Robles was a 2022 San Gabriel Valley All-Star Game Defensive Most Valuable Player in high school. Actually had a batting average of .305 with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs. Played both sides of the ball. .3-1 count for Price. The pitch. That's hit to center. Back to get it is Tallarico. He's gotten a lot of work out there today. Another hard hit ball hit right to him. That's out number 2. In the same situation we were last night. Berries an opportunity to extend their 1-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. They weren't able to do so on Tuesday. Let's see if this changes. Not looking great. 2 outs, nobody on. Hudson Flora. First game of the summer, 0 for 2, fly out to left, and a strikeout looking. Also walked in the 4th inning. First time facing off against Robles. There's the slider. Breaks away from him, finds the zone. Flora growing up in Pleasanton, California. Got a bunch of berries from the Golden State. And he will offer at a fastball. Doesn't make contact. Quickly falls down 0-2. I mentioned the official attendance tonight, 1,397. Couldn't get the 3 to 1,400. Even on Lego Night, presented by Bricks and Beyond. Robles thought he had strike 3. It was a good spot on a 2-strike pitch, but it moves the count to 1-2. Robles comes set. Heads to the plate. Fastball Yeah, that one's pretty good. Strike 3. Flora's going to walk back to the dugout. And that ends the inning. 8 in the books. Haven't had a run scored since the bottom of the 5th. It was the Berries up 2-1. This is going to be the last chance for Bend if they can't make anything happen. Top of the 9th coming up after the break. Berries baseball live on YouTube and the WCL live app. Before we get to the end of this game, I'll go ahead and tell you what's going on across the WCL tonight. Portland has a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th over Port Angeles, trying to even up that series. Ridgefield dominating Kamloops 11-3. The Raptors going to be the next WCL team we see at home following Bend. That's coming up on June 12th. Nanaimo beating Kelowna 7-5. Corvallis losing to Walla Walla for the second night in a row in the top of the 8th, 7-3. Yakima beat Springfield earlier 3-2 down south of Eugene. There's a line drive to start the inning. That is a leadoff single for Dimitri Sasidko, who had himself a day. 3 for 4. Starts things off right. Bend with a leadoff base runner. They need a run to keep this thing going. 2 to take the lead. Over the head of the shortstop, Nelson. We've got a new pitcher on the bump for the Berries, the guy who's been operating as their closer here in 2025, Lucas Plenert. Spent 2 years at George Fox, and he's looking to move his way up. Was dominant against Port Angeles. Game 2 of that series. Bunt laid down by Fulton. That one's pretty good. Flora makes the throw to first, but Fulton gets the job done. Sack bunt to move Sasidso over to second. Runner in scoring position. All they got to do is drive him in. They got one out to do so. And we go back to the top of the order. Aiden Tallarico. One out for him. 1 for 3 single to center in the 5th inning. Here comes Plenert. Swing and a miss. Tallarico gave it his all. A 1 pitch from Plenert. Goes with the slider again, fouled back off the face of Hudson Flora, adjusting his mask. 3rd appearance on the summer for Plenert, a 1-0 record, 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, all came in the same game. Game 2 against Port Angeles. No balls, 2 strikes to Tallarico. highest touted JUCO transfers in the country. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Plenert blows it by 89 miles per hour on the TrackMan. And back to the dugout goes Tallarico. 2 outs. Low fastball. Really nice pitch. Gets Tallarico to whiff. It's now Mason Elrod with 2 outs and a runner on second. First pitch fastball is low and outside, 1-0 count. Elrod 0 for 4. He's popped out twice, struck out, reached base on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. Going to be a senior at Rollins College. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Elrod spent 2 years at USC Union over in South Carolina from 2024 to 2025. He was a first-team NJC AA D1 All-American back in 2025. Finds himself in a 3-0 count. Elrod transferred to Rollins for the spring of 26, played 30 games for them, batted .338, 3 homers and 19 bombs. Plenert with the 3-0. Florida third. That's a great jump by Susidso. Just made it a little bit easier to score him. Now on third base. Pitch was called a strike, so it's 3-1. Here's Plenert. 3 balls, 1 strike. To the plate. That one blooped over to second. Kyson Barney under it. He makes the grab. And that's going to do it. The Berries, maybe not in the most exciting fashion, but they're going to hold on for a win here on Wednesday evening, 9:14 p.m. The official time, 2 hours and 30 minutes in Game 2 of this series. And the Berries are going to take it. They win Game 1, they win Game 2. The all-time head-to-head goes to 4-4. 8 meetings between these two squads. First time the Berries have beaten Bend in a series. I mentioned wasn't the most exciting. If you love offensive baseball, this probably wasn't the game for you. Bend had 6 hits, Berries just 3, but they got the runs they needed, 2 of them. That's all it took to beat the Elks 2-1. 1 error for both sides. Taylor Brenneman, the starting pitcher, started things off right. 5 strikeouts in 4 innings. And from there, it was reliever after reliever, pitch by committee, but everybody does their job. Bend couldn't score over the final 5 innings, and they now fall to 3-2. The Berries have now won 4 in a row after losing on opening day to Port Angeles, headed in the right direction. And there is the kids running around the bases. It was Lego night here at the ballpark. 300 of them got a specialized Berries baseball player minifigure. If you're sad about missing out on that opportunity, don't worry. There's 2 more chances this summer to do so. Player of the game for me, if I had to go through and pick, I'd probably go with Sawyer Nelson. 4 plate appearances, reached base all 4 times, 3 walks, a double to center field. Gets on base and he scores. Also steals bases as well. Stole 2 of them. Welcome back inside the Minuteman press box post-game here at the ballpark for the first time in 2026. It's been a blast. We're only 5 games in. Berries are 4-1, but it is great to be back calling games in the WCL. Tomorrow night, we're going to cap off the series. Game 3, Marion hosting Bend again. We're trying to take the all-time series lead 5-4. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Bend gets the win 2-1. 6 hits to 3 in favor of the Bend Elks. We're going to come back 6:35 First pitch tomorrow, Thursday evening. My name is Cole Weber, and I am signing off from Chemeketa.